Let's dive right in. Welcome to this explainer, where we're going full tech blog style today, crisp blue, black and white, to unpack a seriously comprehensive, data-dense breakdown of the top gym management software alternatives in 2026. If you're running a fitness facility, you already know your management software is literally the central nervous system of your entire business. But finding the right fit? Man, that can be a total headache. So we're going to cut right through the marketing noise today and look at what the numbers and the independent reviews are actually telling us.
Now, we actually aren't kicking off this comparison by bashing the incumbent, not at all. In fact, we're starting with a bit of a curveball straight from our source material. PushPress is genuinely good software, and the data absolutely backs this up. They hold a massive 4.8 out of 5 rating across independent review sites like G2, Capera, and GetApp, based on nearly 200 reviews. Let me tell you, in the software world, especially in a niche as insanely complex as gym management, a 4.8 is a seriously impressive badge of honor.
Which leads us to the million-dollar question of our explainer today. If PushPress holds a 4.8 out of 5 rating, if it's objectively beloved by its user base, why on earth are so many gyms looking to leave it in 2026? What is driving gym owners to endure the massive operational headache of migrating their entire business to a new platform? I mean, nobody wants to migrate data, retrain staff, and deal with billing hiccups just for fun, right? It's universally recognized as a nightmare, so there has to be a real, compelling reason.
Well, according to source data, owners aren't fleeing a bad product. They're just hitting very specific operational bottlenecks as they scale up. And these generally fall into 5 distinct buckets. For instance, basic staff tracking, totally fine on day one. But what happens when you suddenly need tiered coach pay or commission structures? That's your payroll depth gap. Or take CRM and lead management. A simple contact list with a few notes just isn't a CRM. You need pipeline stages when you're juggling hundreds of leads. If your scaling gym suddenly needs a white-labeled mobile app, triggered marketing automations, or advanced reporting for multiple locations, you essentially just outgrow your current tier.
So, before we look at the alternatives, we need a complete paradigm shift in how we evaluate software. Section 1. The True Cost Trap.
4.19%. Ouch. The PushPress Core free plan is advertised as $0 a month. And sure, that sounds amazing, doesn't it? But it actually carries a 4.19% payment processing rate plus 30 cents per card charge. Look, when you're a brand new gym with maybe 20 members, $0 a month is an absolute lifesaver. But as your revenue grows, that 4.19% starts taking a massive, massive bite out of your gross profit every single month. Let's put that into perspective by comparing the base price and processing rates across a few platforms. PushPress Free is $0 a month, but you get hit with that high 4.19% rate. Meanwhile, platforms like GymRoute Excel or GymDesk charge a flat monthly fee, say $99 or $75, but their processing rates drop down to around 2.75 or 2.9%. The catch here? Once your gym crosses roughly 100 to 150 paying members, the math completely flips on its head. A free platform can literally cost you hundreds of dollars more per month in credit card fees than a paid tier. So always calculate your subscription cost plus your processing fees at your actual expected volume.
Right, let's move on to Section 2, solving specific gym problems. Let's play Choose Your Own Adventure and match your specific bottleneck to the exact solution.
If your primary complaint right now is that your current software feels way too heavy, clunky, and just overly complex for what you actually do, GymDesk is reported as the easiest to use by a clear margin. It's the simplest to run. They boast a blisteringly fast setup time of around 2 days, and they don't play games with paywalled add-ons. The whole shebang, all their core features are included at every tier. This is for owners who want everything included and absolutely nothing to endlessly configure.
Now, what if your business model is entirely different? What if you revolve entirely around scheduling specific classes rather than 24/7 open gym access? Well, in that case, TeamUp's specialized architecture makes it a top contender. It is explicitly tailored for yoga, Pilates, and HIIT studios with a heavily booking-first design. Plus, the independent data highlights something pretty phenomenal here. They maintain an unusually consistent, stellar 4.8 out of 5 rating, specifically praising their highly responsive live chat support.
Okay, but what if your main bottleneck is simply growth? For growing gyms whose software bills suddenly skyrocket the moment they add staff or members, GymRoute enters the chat. They are highlighted for having the best flat rate pricing at scale. The huge game changer here is that they offer unlimited members and unlimited staff at fixed tier prices. Plus, they include native door access and a point-of-sale system starting right from their mid-tier. No hidden PCI fees, no setup fees. It just provides deep, much-needed financial predictability for a scaling business.
And then, of course, we have the giant in the room, MindBody. If acquiring new members directly through a consumer app is your absolute #1 priority, MindBody provides unmatched market reach. There is simply nothing else that puts you in front of that many new consumers. However, our source impartially notes a major trade-off you need to know about. It comes at a premium enterprise cost, and it carries the weakest customer service reputation on this list, with widespread reports of slow ticket resolution. You are essentially paying a premium to access their marketplace discovery engine.
Finally, let's look at Zen Planner, which is strictly categorized as the best for martial arts. They offer really strong onboarding support and, crucially, specific tools built right in for belt or rank progression tracking. But, and this is important, our source provides a critical warning here: be highly cautious of add-on stacking. The base price looks super attractive, but that price can realistically double or even triple once you start bolting on things like marketing tools or custom apps. Always ask for the full stack price.
All right, Section 3, Direct Software Comparisons. Let's put PushPress head-to-head against its top challengers.
First matchup, PushPress versus GymRoute. PushPress unquestionably wins if you want that $0 free tier, lower ACH bank transfer rates, and the comfort of a deeply verified independent review history. However, GymRoute takes the edge if you need built-in point of sale without upgrading to a top tier, and if you desperately want flat fee scaling where your bill doesn't punish you for adding members. The takeaway? Under 75 members, PushPress Free is pretty unbeatable. But above that, especially with a need for access control, GymRoute becomes highly compelling.
Next up, PushPress versus GymDesk. If your primary constraint right now is cash on day one, go with PushPress. They have the free upfront cost, and they even offer free white glove data migration. But you'll want to lean toward GymDesk if you value extreme simplicity, a lightning-fast setup, and the flexibility to bring your own payment processor, like Stripe or Square. GymDesk also promises no paywalled add-ons, meaning you get everything right out of the box. Now, what's really fascinating about this next matchup, PushPress versus TeamUp, is that both hold absolutely identical 4.8 out of 5 independent ratings. It's incredibly rare to see a tie this perfect. This means your choice here actually has nothing to do with software quality and everything to do with your physical facility. PushPress is tailored for CrossFit and open gym functional fitness. TeamUp is engineered specifically for class-based studios like yoga or Pilates. Just let your gym's format make this decision for you.
And our final head-to-head, PushPress versus MindBody. The data here paints a very stark contrast. PushPress is dramatically cheaper and boasts an incredibly strong customer support record. MindBody is expensive, has significant support caveats noted by reviewers, but, and it's a huge but, it offers massive consumer discovery through its marketplace. The verdict from the source is crystal clear on this one. Only choose MindBody if its marketplace is a proven, verifiable acquisition channel for your specific gym. Otherwise, PushPress is just far more cost-effective.
We've covered a massive amount of ground today. Let's bring it home with Section 4, How to Finally Decide.
Please never just compare feature lists side by side. Instead, follow this practical 4-step framework. First, do the math. Calculate your true total monthly cost, which is your subscription plus processing fees at your actual volume. Second, isolate the bottleneck. Name the exact tool that is broken for you right now. Is it payroll, your CRM, your app? Third, verify if simply upgrading your current platform's tier is actually cheaper than moving entirely. And fourth, aggressively question vendors on their data migration support. Are they actually moving your member contracts for you, or are they just handing you a blank spreadsheet and wishing you the best of luck?
Because here is the golden rule of gym software. The platforms on this list are all viable. The migration is what truly costs you. Switching systems isn't just a software cost. It costs weeks of staff retraining, potential billing glitches, and immense stress. Furthermore, the source reminds us of a hard truth. Your software is rarely the sole reason a gym is failing to grow.
So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Before you endure the operational pain of a full system migration, take a really hard look at your business and ask yourself, is your software truly broken, or do you just need to upgrade your current tier? Sometimes the absolute best alternative is just unlocking the full potential of the tool you already have in your hands. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.